And for the final major forex dollar pairs, we've got USD Swiss, USD Yen, and USD CAD. Starting off with USD Swiss on the daily time frame. This is obviously our break of structure, and that's our current swing range. We've liquidated this high within the overall impulse before seeing that bearish price action come into the market. If we move down onto the 4-hour time frame, we can see we had our initial break of structuring towards the downside where the demand chain failed on the daily. We've then had another break of structuring towards the downside, creating an area of supply that's in control. And this is our current swing range. Now, originally, after last week, we broke this demand zone. We created this area of supply. This said we're ready to target the swing low. However, with the strength we've seen this week in the dollar, I'm anticipating this demand zone to hold and push price up, taking out this high. I would favour shorts in line with the daily, but like I say, with the strength in the dollar, I see that this is a higher probability position. I think if we were going to sell, we would have sold, especially after taking this high or even this high over here. If we move on to USD Yen, we are still within this 4-hour area of supply, which is quite strong because it liquidated this high over here. We're also trading at 159, which is very close to the 160 level, and at any point I see this dumping in towards the downside with a yen intervention. However, until the yen intervention happens, I do see room for price just to trickle up just a little bit more, and then we'll see an intervention. So I wouldn't touch that one for any positions because you can easily get wicked out by these big wicks or get caught on the wrong side when it begins to dump. Moving on to USD CAD, we can see on the daily time frame we've had our break of structuring towards the downside. So this is our current swing range. We've liquidated this high over here before we've seen a strong sell-off in towards the downside. However, if we go down into the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is we are swing bullish with a break of structure, and this is our swing range. We've liquidated some of the major points of liquidity within this overall impulse before then seeing this supply chain fail in towards the upside. So if we go down onto the 1-hour time frame, what we can see is we've had price being pushed up by demand zones in towards the upside. We did see the demand chain fail here and we broke down. I think that this was just a liquidity grab to fuel the move higher. So we've had our break of structure here. This is our swing range. Any retracement towards these points of liquidity, I'll be looking to long back up in towards the highs.